Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today we got something that we are finally accomplishing on the LPZ Duramax, and that is going to be a clean rock light install because we need these things. Man, I had them on my Cat Eye Silverado and it was the best thing ever. The reason I've waited so long was because we have no rear wheel liners, so like our bed is just exposed and there's nowhere to really mount the rock lights unless you were just gonna drill holes and put fasteners through the bed, but we don't want to do that, and we're going to cover up some of this nastiness. So those are going to be delivered today, but that's only 2 of the rock lights that we're going to be installing, so we can install the rest. And then once those come in, we're going to have a 2-for-1 video. I believe they're Husky liners, and that's going to be super clean. It's going to clean up the rear end of this truck so much, and this is just going to put the pudding on the cake, or icing, whatever, however that saying goes. But with that being said, we also got one of these from eBay. So this is going to be a switch panel that replaces our little cubby hole in the Duramax. Unfortunately, you have to have a fully optioned truck to be able to replace this because your airbag light's going to be there. So if you don't have a cubby here, ideally this isn't going to work unless you get rid of your airbag on-off switch, which is kind of dangerous. So with that being said, this is beautiful. We're going to be wiring this to this today, and it's going to be sick. Now I got 6 lights, or 6 switches here, so we're going to be, and don't mind this, by the way, this is just airing out the floor because I did some extractions on the carpets to make it look a little nicer and smell a little nicer in here. What this is going to do, we're going to have our lift pump, our rock lights, wheel lights, you know, light bars, whatever we want. We have 6 switches to wire things to. I'm also going to actually take one of these out for when I get EFI Live, because when I get PPEI live tuning or whatever I decide to go with, whatever company, we're going to be putting the 5 switch in here. So we're going to take one of these pods out, we're going to put the DSP 5 switch in here. It's going to be clicky, it's going to be cool, and we're going to have a perfect spot for it. Not only that, if you guys want to take a gander, these things tend to rust out. Like if you get any water, these things will corrode. So we taped off a bunch of stuff last night, and I actually ended up painting these black. So not only does it look insanely nice with the black there, nobody likes corrosion. Keep the LB7. We got 3 Duramaxes on the channel at the moment. That is Buzzo's truck. He is fixing that thing up. He just took the lift out of it, making it really nice and clean. That thing is stupid fast, by the way. May or may not end up in a vlog before he gets rid of it, but man, does that thing cook. But back onto the topic, these are the, I don't know what you want to call this company. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I can't, but they're from Amazon. I'm going to link them below. These are the best Amazon rock lights you can buy, and they're cheap for what they are. Man, they are so nice. They're so bright, and you can get so many of them for like, I think $70. So I've had them in the past, and I 100% bought them again because they are beautiful rock lights, man. I cannot stress enough how nice these rock lights actually are to work with and install. I gotta find some adhesive to mount them to my body and my frame. So I'm gonna go do that really quick, and then we're gonna start running these things. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I run them, and then at the end of the video I'm gonna show you guys how nice these things actually look on your truck. It is absolutely beautiful. And just like that, first things first, we have our adhesive because I don't really want to go buy magnets. I don't really trust magnets, so we're going to be using the E6000 stuff. This stuff works flawlessly. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get the rock lights off at some point, but I don't really think I'm going to take them off, and if I do, it's not going to be that bad. We're just going to pry them off, because if we're going to take the rock lights off, we're going to be breaking them anyways, because I'm going to be replacing them. And I don't see myself doing that unless these go bad, but I've never had one go bad ever, no matter how much water I've put them through. Other than that, this is going to be a standard drywall screw. I believe this is going to be a 1-inch. Now that's going to go into our rear wheel liners and our front wheel liners, as well as our plastic skid plate in the front. Other than that, I don't think I mount with those, but as ghetto as that might seem, these things work flawless. With that being said, we also took the harness off, so this is going to go in the engine bay somewhere. As of right now, we're going to be running these things, you know, getting one mounted up. So I'll give you guys a basic rundown of where I actually put them. So one of them is going to be where your spare tire goes. I run 2 on the cab on the left and right side, and then I run 1 on each wheel well, 1 on each wheel well in the front, 1 on a skid plate, and that's going to be almost our 12. I also run a miscellaneous one in the middle of the truck, right kind of where the drive shaft is, and then that leaves you with 1 more, and that's either going to be my grill light or it's going to be miscellaneous like the last one. I never ended up using it. So wherever the miscellaneous one ends up, I will obviously tell you guys, because I'm going to show you guys how I route everything, where I wire everything, and how well it actually goes. All right, boys, first update. So we got a whole bunch of lights ran. If you can see, I got the wires just hanging out absolutely everywhere. And at the moment, we have the switch wired up technically from the switch to the cab at the moment. So it's just going out. Nothing is put to power yet, which I think I'm gonna do that right now. We gotta figure out where we wanna put our loom of wire and where we wanna keep it so that everything will be, you know, doing what it's gotta do and out of the way. So if you guys want to know how I wired up the switch, I'm pretty much going to, actually I'll show you on my phone the one I used. I would put it on the screen, but this is gonna be fine for now. So pretty much you got your ground going straight to the battery, you got your power going straight to the battery, or wherever you get power and ground from, and then you have your LEDs. Well, I have a harness, so that's how that's working for me. So you got your red going to the accessory port on the switch, and then your negative that comes from your LEDs is gonna go to your negative, and it's gonna tab into that. So if you guys want to screenshot this or just listen to how I explained it, that's exactly how that's gonna go. And that is exactly how I'm wiring this. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I've never been good at wiring, so. And again, I did wire up my halos for the front end, and it looks absolutely clean, and it's probably the best way you could have possibly wired them. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I should redo that wiring. I should take that harness and run it to one of these switches so that I can literally choose when I want the daytime running lights on. Oh, that would be dope. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna do that. And just like that, as soon as I put the camera down, look what arrives. We got our little package that we've been waiting for. So when you stop buying from Amazon, or you can't buy the things that you need on Amazon, and it comes with the normal tape, it really sucks. Oh yeah. I'm eager to know if they're nicer than the rough. Yep, they're nicer. Well, on my cat eye, I had the Rough Country bed liners, and I was on forums the other day looking for bed liners because apparently Rough Country doesn't make them for the 2500s and 3500s, but apparently they just fit all around. But I seen somebody on TikTok actually is the one that told me about Husky liners, and just by the feel, instantly so much nicer, like not even close. The Rough Country ones are actual garbage. If you guys don't run them already, man, they're so much more rugged. Like, see how it makes noise? The Rough Country one's kind of just like mush, like garbage, man. So Husky one's a little more expensive, but they may or may not be worth it. But just off of feel, they are most definitely worth it. And look at that, they came with free tab screws. Don't even know if you need these for installation, which I'm pretty sure you don't. All right, and at the end of the day, right before it's about to get dark, it is much darker outside. Obviously you can tell there's no sun beaming down. By the way, today was 90 degrees out, and I am absolutely cooked, man. I gotta go get myself a drink before I reveal this whole thing. I gotta take a break, but I wanted to let you guys know where we're at. So all of our wiring is tucked, enough for now. I'll go over it later. The hood pins clear this little bundle here. It's out of the way. It's not disgusting and ugly. You can almost barely tell it's even in there. But yeah, more or less, I showed you guys the way I wired the switch, all that jazz, and now we finally get to test out our switch, actually, fully in with the interior and in everything, lighting up beautifully. Look at that. Oh, wheel lights, lift pump, DSP-5 switch. Oh my goodness, the goodies. I can only imagine. Rock lights. Oh boy, I can only feel these three in my head right now. These two I'm not sure, and then this one is definitely going to be my tuner switch, but more or less. We got the wheel wells in. Everything is completely functioning. We also put our little CNC plates that we had on the 1500 Cat Eye into the Duramax now, because we finally have wheel or bed liners at least. But I'm going to show you guys where I put everything really quickly. So obviously, first and foremost, we got wheel well. We have 2 underneath here. I have 1 right here, 1 right here. I got 2 of them right there. Same on the other side for these. I got the 1 right here, lighting up our CNC plate, of course. And then back here, we have another one right there. So that's gonna bring us to our complete 12 here as well, pointing at the ground. Hopefully you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it. Plus I'm gonna get the 6-7 valence, Ford 6-7 valence coming down. Once we get a new lower valence for the GMC, of course. And it is gonna make this thing look beautiful. No, we're not gonna do chicken lights because that shit's not cool. My cousin used to run them on his truck. That shit was crazy. Not my cup of tea, but you know, some people like it, man. What can you say? We're just gonna wait for the sky to cooperate with us and bring us sunset, or whenever I decide to film it, probably later at night, because I'd rather film it later than sooner. But I'm gonna catch up with you guys at the reveal, and yeah, we're gonna see what this thing looks like. This thing is gonna be absolutely stellar. I am pumped. All right, I'm sitting here waiting to film the B-roll and like what this thing looks like at nighttime. And I totally forgot that I had these things lying around. I was gonna make a whole YouTube video on them, but I feel like it'll be like 2 minutes long. So realistically, you guys are getting like a 6-for-1 YouTube video right now. We got the wheel liners, we got the CNC plates, we got the rock light install, we got the switch panel. Oh my goodness. This is the interior lights. As you can tell, these things are piss yellow all over the place. Absolutely disgusting. So what we're gonna do is change those out while we wait to see this thing. So it'll make it even better at nighttime because I'm gonna have LED everything. All right, but you know what? I'm in the middle of installing these things. So I'm just gonna show you something real quick. Turn these things on. Yep, great. That thing is so ungodly bright, man. So originally, turn it off. What I thought was we were replacing, this makes sense, right? Look at the size of these bulbs. This looks like it replaces this, but it doesn't. This thing doesn't fit in there. So what you replace this little baby bulb with is this gargantuan light bulb, man. Look at this thing. What are we trying to light up in the cab, man? We're trying to make a tanning bed, and then they want you to put this back on to reflect the light? No! No! Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Well, we're gonna put them in. Regardless, we're gonna put them in. All right, boyos. Hold on. Let me do one of the. Oh my goodness. Oh. I forgot to change one of the damn light bulbs. No. Well, we gotta do that, but we got this done, so we'll do that in a minute. But the dark is upon us. The moon is out, asking for some clean pictures, videos. This is video of the duramax. So I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna show you guys what this thing looks like. I haven't even seen it yet. I am super excited, so let's check it out. First things first. We got a driver over there, Bubba. Let's see what the switch looks like. Oh, the switch is clean. Look at that thing. Also, check this thing out. If you guys watched my last video, we installed the Edge CTS3 Insight. That thing is super clean. But yeah, I'm gonna park over here and talk to you guys when I am outside the truck. Nice, we're gonna leave that bad Larry on. And hop out. Dang, I can already tell you this thing is clean. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yep. The coverage is beautiful, man. We got one big, huge shadow under there, which we didn't have on the 1500, but this is also a longer truck and a way bigger motor up front, so there's a lot more blocking over there. We have a lot more rock lights underneath nowadays, or on this truck, sorry. Can't get everything, you know. I have 14 rock lights on here. I could add more one day. Man, look at how nice this, my CNC plate glows with these rock lights, man. Oh my goodness. On camera, they look very yellow, but they're very white in person. Just want to throw that out there. Look at that thing, dude. Look at it. Yes, I'm so happy just on the looks of this thing, man. Don't mind those. Don't mind these, K. When we do the rear end swap, I paint matched the bumper. If you guys, ow! Oh my goodness, that is so hot. Wow, I actually just burnt myself. Anyways, Paintmaster rear bumper broke these little tabs off, unfortunately, so we're gonna get LED ones once we do the rear end swaps, so look forward to that. But man, even the, oh yeah, oh boy, yeah. So also, I finally ordered us a axle dump, or an axle over tailpipe part for this truck here. So we're gonna be putting that thing in, and this thing's finally gonna have an axle dump, 10-inch tip. This thing's gonna be so baller. Oh, with the halos in the front end, this thing is looking righteous, man. Look, finally my LBZ is literally, I can just imagine, I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel of my dream LBZ. You know, I've worked a very, very long time. I've wanted this truck for the last 4.5 years. I've gone through multiple gas job versions of this truck, and we finally have the dream LBZ, sunroof Denali LBZ Duramax. The epitome of my dream truck is sitting right in front of me in white, just like I wanted it to. We're probably gonna end up changing white to something else in the future, but for now, white is a color that I can paint myself. Obviously, I painted this hood myself. Came out beautiful, ceramic coated. Reflection is decent. So next up, I got to do the fenders and then the doors and a whole bunch of other stuff I still need to paint. But look at this thing, dude. Look at this thing, man. Oh, the rock lights just completed that look. Don't mind that gap either in the front door. I didn't close it all the way. It doesn't look like that. Oh my goodness. We need a thumbnail. Yep, there she is. Look at this thing, man. I am so proud to own this truck. Oh my goodness. Once we get that axle dump too, we're gonna have the rear rock light back here. This rock light is gonna be shining bright, doing our axle dump justice. It's gonna be dumped down right here, and just a huge tip is just gonna be shining away. 18 inches long. Not so sure how I'm gonna like the 18-inch, but she's there. And she's square. She's gonna be together. The axle dump is like one of the last things besides the rear end LED that I want to do that will just complete this truck for me. But with that being said, I'm going to roll some B-roll for you guys just to check this thing out. Let's check her out. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of the video, but don't leave just yet. I want to say we have a whole bunch of stuff coming for this LBZ Duramax in the near future. Now, it might not be y'all's dream truck, but it sure is my dream truck. Everything about this thing I am absolutely in love with, especially now that we've fixed it from the previous owner, and it is now shining bright just like my last truck did. And not only that, we now have half more cab, way more options, and the most legendary Duramax ever to exist with the Allison 6-speed. This thing is gorgeous. I don't have much else to say, but what I do want to say is you guys should definitely drop a subscribe, leave a comment, drop a like. And if you guys want to see anything in the future for this Duramax that is going to be updated way sooner than YouTube, because YouTube is almost a whole month behind, man. Instagram is going to see this today. You guys are watching this video a month from now, maybe probably even a month and a half, because I have like 6 videos that are uploaded before this video. So if you guys want to check out things early, you can hit up any social media, the Don.87. It's going to be linked in the description. It's going to be, every single social media is going to be the exact same. Now with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you for watching this video. Peace out.